But moving on, so let's go ahead and create a shockwave. So what I can do is just maybe just hide the dust waves and just create a new solid. Make a white, call this shockwave. And then we can just draw an ellipse mask tool like this. We can duplicate the mask, so to subtract. And we just open up the mask properties. We can just turn the expansion down a bit and feather this out. Feather that out as well. Okay, and we'll set this to screen. Okay, and then we can make it a 3D layer. We can just rotate this, so 90, and just push down. We'll put it underneath our explosion. So once it animates, we can animate the scale. So just shrink it down all the way to 0. And once the explosion happens, we can just move this along here. Okay, so let's animate this. So come over here. As a place, we can just like scale it up. Okay, and then we'll set T. We'll set this to like 30%. Okay. Okay. It's looking not too bad. Just make it a bit faster. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Okay, so what I might just like feather this edge out a bit even more. We can even add a tint to this just to colorize our dirt a bit. Okay, and maybe make it 50%. Okay. Alright, so let's make a new solid, alpha. And then just shut the eye off. And you can see it's coming at the back. So I just want to get the mask tool and just like subtract that area. Okay. F, feather it out. Okay. So it looks like that. And if we set the track matte to alpha matte, inverted. So now you can see that when we play it, the alpha will cut off the shockwave from this point. Okay, and that's quite handy. Alright, so let's go ahead and just do a quick preview for this. Okay, let's check it out. Okay. It's not looking too bad. It definitely needs adjustments, so I might just cut these. And I might just slide that like that. Might make the shockwave a little faster. So, like that. Okay, let's just run. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so let's just go ahead and just add some sparks to this. So add some sparks. we got some sparks happening here. We might add a bit of a glow to this. To bring the intensity up. Set it to add. And we'll just scale these down. I want the sparks to appear when the smoke happens. So maybe at this point. So just cut off around here. So just around like here. So I just definitely cut off this edge here. And what I can do is just like do a bit of mesh warp to this. Just make it a little bit smaller. Chorus. And we'll just add the mesh warp to this. And we can just like mesh these. So I'll just set this down to like 3 by 3. Like that. Okay. And duplicate it. Offset the time a bit. And maybe we can slow it down a bit. Like that. And then just like flip it. Move it up here. Okay. Okay. It's not looking too bad. Okay. So let's just go ahead and maybe add like a little flare to this. So like Control Y for a new solid. Make it black and call this flare. I'm going to add optical flares to this. Go to the options. I think it was one of these. I'll just use this one for now. Landing. Oh no, quite not like that. Let's go with this one. Let's add like yeah, this one looks not too bad. Okay. Set this to screen. And we'll set the color to a little bit more of orange color. We'll set the scale down. Make 50. Brightness down to maybe 80. Okay. Like that. And leave like that. Let's go and add some color correction to this. So Control Y, call this CC, call this Vignette. So starting with the vignette, we can just add like a curves adjustment. Set this to subtract, feather that out. Set this, give this a little nice contrast here. Take away some blue and add like a tint effect to this. before we go on to do some more color correction, I just want to animate my levels here. So let's just do that. So we'll set a keyframe for this. Move forward. Yeah, about this point, we just drag it down even further. And move forward more and more. Just drag it down even more. Okay, like that. Alright, and might add an exposure to my explosion here. So just make it a bit more lit. Okay, and then let's add the glow to this color correction. Bring up the threshold here. And just like want to animate it, the glow intensity, so bring up to like 4. Hit the stopwatch here. So maybe about here is pretty good timestamp. Then I just want to spread that glow out. Make it A and B colors. Okay, and maybe duplicate it. Spread it out even more. Really make this tight. Okay. Just duplicate it once more. Just spread that out even further. Okay. And maybe about from this point, I'll bring the intensity down for all 3 of these. Then going down even further, definitely bring down the intensity for all 3. So maybe like 0.3. Okay. Let's take a quick preview of this. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Definitely need adjusting just the glow here. So I think around this point. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll adjust this brown color. Make it a bit darker. And looking a little too green, so I take the green channel, just take some green out. Add a bit of red to this. Just so that I can match the scene here. And we'll just add a final tint to this. Like that. So something like that's pretty good. Okay, let's just now. If I want to make more adjustments to this, I think the dust waves come on a little too early, so I might just push these back until the actual explosion happens. I think it will make sense. So let's just bring that back, and I think I can animate the alpha for these as well. So let's just animate the alpha for this and this. So once it comes on, so maybe some point around here, I want this to be a lot thicker as well. So just bring that up and bring this up as well. Okay, and I'll just desaturate to maybe like 35 is pretty good. 35 as well. Okay, and for the glow flare, just bring this across even more. There, half the brightness as well. Just go there. Okay, I had to pause the recording because like it was not looking as great as I wanted to be. So I had to restart the whole thing, and this is what I got. So let me show what I did. So I've got 3 glows. Okay, each of them have a threshold about relatively almost 90%. Okay, and each radius. So the first one is about 152, and the second one's about 370, and then last one's 700. Then I animated the intensity for the glows. So this one starts about relatively high for each one. So it's about like 2.9 to 4. And then going backwards, it decreases. So if we just have a quick preview of this, you can see that it starts off almost white, and then the glow happens around here. So I might just like bring that across here so that it smooths out, and then we got these sparks happening. So I might actually just bring those sparks down around here, and I might animate them for the opacity coming on. So here, okay, and just decrease that a bit as well. Decrease the opacity for each of these. Okay, so that way the sparks come on at a smoother rate. I might bring the sparks a bit forward so that it plays during the peak of this explosion for the brightness. So that way it just comes in, flying around. Okay, and I might just slow them down. Okay. Like that. Alright, so let's just do a quick final preview at full res. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, I think it looks pretty good, other than the fact my smoke looks so black. I don't know why. Let's just go into the explosion. And if we go down to my tint, I might tint this more of a brownish color. Bring that up. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Maybe about 80% is good value. Okay. Alright. Other than that, guys, I know it's been a long tutorial, but there's a lot of technique that goes into this, and there's a lot of trial and error. I mean, I think that's what visual effects is. You just don't know until you start experimenting it. But anyway, guys, my name's David. I hope you learned interesting techniques that you can use for your own creations. Please give a like if you like this video so people can find it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and be sure to hit that bell button to get the notifications. And comment down below if you have any questions. And I will see you in the next video.